Hey guys, how's it going? Jay Sensational here, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be playing some more Yasuo Katarina, a seemingly timeless deck throughout these sort of mid-range metas. You've seen in season past, we've always had Vayne, we've always had the Kayne and Varus, and now we have Aatrox, and obviously a combination of all that together. Over the past couple metas, we really have been locked in this very mid-range heavy meta, and that's where decks like Yasuo Katarina are very good into, because historically speaking, they have performed, or it has performed very well into these unit-based decks, because we have cards such as Windswept Hillock to really lock our opponent out, because they're going to be playing a couple big units, lock them out, stun their units, and they don't really have good attacks. Mid-range decks usually have to develop into their turns, and we have a lot of ways to punish that. And of course, this deck has always managed to kind of iterate its way throughout. Now, from the past expansion, we did receive a few new cards, but none of them really made its way into the deck. This is mostly pretty similar to what I had for the last expansion. I have included a second copy of Unworthy Soul, which is a decent card. It has the ability to destroy equipments, which is nice. It can recall landmarks, which is nice. I've been seeing some mono Shrima players running around and things like that, so there are some useful applications for a card like this. And of course, just a 3-mana Will of Ionia at the end of the day just isn't really that bad of a card. But anything else like that, we have a card Rune Squire, actually phenomenal card that I've really enjoyed within this list. You can get a quick attack, so it's a 2/1 quick attack challenger. It can be a 4-attack challenger, and the chances that you generate a overwhelm fragment, you can put on a card like Fade Blade Twirler to kind of scale you through. But the main thing of the deck is still this sort of Katarina plus Windswept Hillock combo. You level up Katarina, you play it, it rallies, it stuns the landmark, Yasuo kills the dude, or you just like kind of run your opponent through the ground. But this is one of my favorite decks, of course, aka as you might notice, like this thing over here and like the channel thingy over there. I do quite like Yasuo, nearing that 70,000 mastery points. So I just want to showcase a few games for you guys of this deck, because I do think, as always, it does pretty well in these mid-range metas. So thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys next time. Okay, I do want to see how this matchup goes, because in theory I have answers to some things he can do, but outside of theory I can still just get absolutely rolled. Unworthy Soul's okay. It destroys Aatrox weapon. But I need to kill Aatrox first, right? So ideally I find Yasuo and Flock. That's like realistically the only way I'm killing Aatrox. Rune Squire is sort of a workaround to that scenario, where I could potentially just use that and Flock instead. But if Aatrox gets like a +1/+1 buff from like a spear, I don't think I can realistically win. Otherwise it becomes extremely difficult. What I can do is I can just like roll a quick attack here and just get a free trade, which would be fantastic. Oh, there's a Flock, beautiful. All right, quick attack. Oh, damn, that's not bad. That makes Flocks more reliable. It's more valuable to keep around my blocker, or my challenger rather. He hasn't equipped, so that's nice. I might trade that off if he wants to. He might have an equip here anyways. We'll see how it goes. That's unfortunate. I might have to go after that one. I might just like blade it up into there. I can't really let him get too many buffs, because if he hits like a buff on Aatrox, that's when things get tough. Very tough, very fast. Other one. I shouldn't have done that first. But their strike spells are limited to some very specific things. Okay, so he did draw Aatrox there, and it really just comes down to whether or not he hit the sauce. And by the sauce, I mean the +1/+1 buff from the spear. I think I do need to kill that, and I don't think I can use the Flock. I don't need to kill it now, but then I would have to invest the Flock later. I don't have a Yasuo yet, so I don't know how I'm dealing with Aatrox either. This is tough, tough, tough. He might develop Kayne next turn and I can like roar. So there is some merit to keeping this around and I can just eventually swing things back. No, he drew Kayne, not Aatrox. Twin might have more value later. This is tough. I'm taking a little bit of gamble here. And then I'm praying that his game plan is develop Kayne and then I intimidating roar. That's kind of like the dealiest. If I give him back the darkened weapon, then I'm also letting him draw Aatrox, right? Essentially, if he didn't have another weapon. He plays Kayne here, right? And then he draws Aatrox and I get a fantastic stun. Yeah. And now I can just double attack here, and then this is a decent amount of pressure. Like I'm presenting lethal next turn if he doesn't block. It's like a Katarina draw here could just like win me the game. Now the question is, do I expend my flocks? I know he has an Aatrox. Like that's like free information. Do I use a flock here? Because I probably have to, what I have to do here is I probably have to stun, double flock, and Aatrox. Like that's realistically what my game plan looks like. How big of a dono would you need to make a Dragon Collar deck to climb the masses with? I don't know, man. Alright, so I attack, he blocks with 1. He plays Aatrox, I kill Aatrox. Double freeze is GG. Oh, that's true, right? I can palm. Like I can palm into the freeze. So it's not like GG. Because like palm and just buff them up, and then that denies him from playing Aatrox. So I do think he like his game plan is ideally slam Aatrox here, right? If he has double freeze, I can just palm, and then like these get +2/+2, and then the only thing that can block is Kayne. And if he blocks with Kayne, I can just palm that off out of the way, right? So not like the worst snare for us if he had like the Unforgiving Cold. And then I think from his spot, it's just, do I play Aatrox here? Because he drew it, right? Which he does. And I will kill it. That makes sense. I'm not doing anything else with my mana. I do want to kill it, and then I deny the World Ender, right? That's how I win this matchup. Essentially, I hope he doesn't draw a second Aatrox. That's sort of the line on like, or the bid I'm committing to. Unfortunately, I am giving him a target to like kill with Kayne, but I have saved the twin, so I might try to like buff it up here. And that's why I save my flocks. Because now if he doesn't have a second Aatrox, I deny World Ender, he loses a lot of like tempo. If he has second Aatrox, I probably lose the game, unless I draw Hillock, is kind of the situation we're in. And that's kind of how this matchup goes, which is sort of, it's very flippy back and forth, unfortunately. That's a good draw, though. I'm very close to rocking this reputation. I'll probably have to play it this turn, unless I need to, like, palm deny. You can't play World Ender. That's not something of relevance. I don't necessarily care for him to Kayne my witness. Disjoint has Yasuo Fairy in the meta. It's alright. I mean, I like, it's like, if I want to play this to like Diamond, I could do that, which is like what we're doing right now, I suppose. Ooh. Okay, well, I'm just gonna palm Kayne. This is fantastic. I think from his perspective, if he wants to do this, he should do it next turn. How does this work? He starts a free attack this round. Okay, never mind. So it is this round. Understandable. That's cool. Now, against a stun deck, then you'd want to situate this like second. Oh, wow, I got punished there. Oh my god, I got super punished. Yikes. Wow, that's so bad. Oh no, it's not. I just kill his Kayne. Never mind. Okay. All right, that worked out. That worked out. See, I'm so glad I saved that. I'm so glad I saved that. I'm so glad I saved that twin, right? Like, I had the opportunity to kill this earlier with the twin, but I chose not to because I just think it gets more value on defensive positions. And look at that, it's paying off. Now he's forced to block both of these, which is huge tempo for us, right? How many acolytes so far this stream? Just one. Oh, wow, interesting. I do agree with his decision to not like block here. The question was, did he want to block here? And he chose not to, and that was a little bit interesting. But overall, I do respect the decision to not like block these guys, especially with these units. We have the deny, like we're not scared of anything unless he drops a second Aatrox. Like if he's committing to this World Ender next turn, he just like loses the game. And that's exactly the position we want to try to put our Aatrox players in. We kill their first Aatrox, we hope they don't have a second one, and then we deny World Ender and we win the game. Like that's how this game goes. Like that's the game plan against this deck. It doesn't always work because they could simply just have a second Aatrox and then you're kind of out of luck. But if they don't, I think this matchup is actually relatively reasonable. My own. And now he just loses the game next turn. Do I care about blocking this? I can just tank 10. I flock this, this dies, and then I just open attack for lethal. I mean, there should be no punish for me just like taking 10 damage. Since Castle World Ender, if you play Aatrox later on, he even gets denied. No, it doesn't, because Aatrox needs to see it. Oh no, you don't need it. No, because I don't think it does. It doesn't. I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Yep. They haven't played like the ambitious cultist, so there's no 0 mana spell they can make. Aatrox levels in hand once played. Huh, I've never seen that, so I can't say for certain. And doesn't create anyone. Okay, I see. Oh my god, what a fucking draw. So let's say he has freeze, he still loses. What's the development punish for playing Katarina? Because like if the game somehow doesn't end this turn, I do cry myself to sleep. But there shouldn't really be a punish. Even if he has an unforgiving code, I still win. But I should still play this. I can replay a Hillock, so I'm not super concerned. He had a second Aatrox, interesting. He had a second Aatrox? Interesting. Huh. That wouldn't have been the line that I would have taken if I had known he had a second Aatrox. I thought that was like quite an interesting decision from his side. So even if he has unforgiving cold here, I still win by 1. Alright, have perfect lethal. Oh yeah, sorry, my bad. Like even if he like Furious Wielders one of these, it's still lethal. If he kills my Katarina, these connect. Like this should be lethal. But I am glad that I did develop. Well, I don't know. Like the only thing we would lose to would be like Furious Wielder plus freeze, and in that case, I'm probably glad I played Katarina because then they couldn't have played Aatrox. I don't know. This is an interesting spot. So they have to like sack their Aatrox and then like Furious Wielder the Katarina and still lose the game. Like they can't kill Katarina and a Feyblade Twirler. Yeah, I know. I've played enough Katarina Yasuo to know that. I was just like, I want to present lethal with these guys, so he's forced to double block here, but it's just two different habits at once here. Okay, I think I'm glad I developed Katarina there, because like, let's say he had Furious Wielder plus Unforgiving Cold, I think there's a chance he would survive that turn. And now, of course, if you play Aatrox, you don't have mana for both of those, right? What I think is interesting from his side is in his position, he probably shouldn't cast World Ender unless he actually has Aatrox on board against Ionian deck because of deny. But that's just theory. Tough matchup. Alright, our hope is they play like Annie and then we like get a gank it. That's like our hope here. Ideally they don't play a 1-3. A 1-3 is like insanely bad for us. That's fine because he develops next turn. I get a chump block with the 1-3 into that, which is very, very good. He open attacks, that's also acceptable. Ganking a child, yeah. Yeah, we get a gank Annie and Tibbers. Beautiful. Does Minority Soul proc off of Cultist equip or flow? Flow. Like telling Sunny how card printing works. Yeah, it is. Yeah, this has worked out very, very well for us so far. Because we have the value block here because he decided to develop. And now we have the... Oh, wow. He doesn't attack. Interesting. Wow, wow, wow. That's so interesting. And now we have the Rune Squire to get the Annie for free, right? Nice. Interesting. Wow, you're so bad. I do think it's like correct, or I mean it depends, right? It depends on like what their hand is. Like that in itself is potentially bleeding information. Like they're potentially on like a double stun hand where they're like, okay, I can stunlock your board because I think you don't develop as many units as I do, and I can use that to my advantage, right? Now I force out the stun here, which is okay-ish, means I don't get a kill at Annie, which is slightly problematic. But I get this sort of attack if I want to. If I twin now, I can still Katarina Blade's Edge, so that's fine. I should just take the free attack. Like, I think they're like on a pretty stun heavy hand, right? Which is like realistically the only reason they're making this play. Because they're saying that I can protect this for an attack later and it's likely to go through. Next turn, I'm just playing Katarina, utilize Blade's Edge. And as long as their Annie doesn't level before my next attack turn, I can still kill it. Yep. Katarina, get the Blade's Edge out. Retwinning Blade Thrower can dodge the stun. No. That wouldn't be worth it. Yep. And I get a value trade here, which is fantastic. He does have the Jhin, which is unfortunate. But the good news is it's stunning this, I guess. That's not like good news, but... Oh no, it doesn't stun because Jin's not on board. Oh my god, Annie leveled. Yikes, disaster. Holy shit. Stun the weakest... Oh, it is stunning the weakest enemy. No, wait, what? If Jhin is... Okay, I see. Yup. Okay, kill that. Value trade here, value trade here. And I do need to save this. I have a deny. I know what his hand is. I can still kill Annie. And I can play Yasuo next turn. I don't think we're in the worst position quite yet. Like, this is still pretty decent for us. Jhin procs pog. Yeah, this guy knows. This guy lined it up pretty well, right? Unless you see something weird like a fervor from like here to Katarina. I don't think he would not fervor face though. Yeah, like that's totally acceptable. I don't really care. And now like if he doesn't have, like I have a deny, right? So I have board control now. He's not gonna gain it back anymore. If he develops like on his turn, I can like gank his champs and then that'll put him in a bad spot. So I think my best line is to just develop Yasuo. That way I'm sort of soft locking his Jhin from coming down onto board. Because if he does do that, I can just glinting into it, right? And if he passes here, I can pass back, right? And he's not really a threat because I can simply block Annie. She doesn't deal damage to the face. Whereas Jhin is the bigger threat, right? Like if I attack first and then I let him develop Jhin, I can't stun it before combat if he decides to open attack, and that could spell disaster. And if he passes here, I'm just gonna take the pass back because I have a deny, right? I'm not scared of a decimate. In fact, I'm not scared of 2 decimates, and that's perfect, right? This gives you complete control of board. And now I've leveled Katarina to pressure back, right? If he plays Tibbers next turn, I could potentially also deny that just to keep my Feyblade Twirler alive, but then I can't palm. Excuse me? Yes, please, buddy. Let's go. Woo! All right. Eventually, somebody forgets how this works. Eventually, somebody forgets. All right. Fantastic. Beautifully fantastic. Sure. You got it, homie. Alright, so the question is, do they play Tibbers? And they probably do. Tibbers stuns this, kills this. Which case, what do I do in response? I palm Tibbers, and then I can block Annie. I think that's probably my best line. It's interesting. Obviously, if he goes for like double stun, I just like roar him out of the game, and that's like fantastic. Okay. The issue with deny here is that... Wait, what? My guy. My guy. My guy. Okay. I mean, that's just wrong, but we'll look past it for a second. Palm Annie, block Tibbers. Which one do I palm? Palm Annie, block Tibbers means that I can kill Tibbers with a stun. I don't hate that per se. Oh wow, he chose to play Tibbers on Danjin. How interesting, yeah. And now Katarina kills this because of the Blade's Edge, and then a Hillock kills this, which is nice. Alternatively, I can like... No, I can't roar Tibbers. My game plan here is probably just attack Katarina and then figure out the rest. And then Hillock into Katarina, win the game. Or I can just set up for like a roar into like Katarina. Just plenty of options here. Really shouldn't be any wrong play from my side now. Block. Perfectly happy with that as well. The only downside of this is like if he has like a fervor, then it's a little bit tricky. Nice. Because I drew the Tempest, I'm perfectly happy letting this attack. 2 damage, I can't stop. But now I can kill this with Katarina, which is fantastic. And as long as I like at 5 health, I'm perfectly safe and happy with myself. Because it's Decimate plus X, right?
Remember the objectives.
So obnoxious. Alright, now we're in the danger zone. We're in the spook fest. Now I can't actually attack with Katarina. This sucks. Like, what if I just wish I had a palm or something. Okay. Like if I attack with Katarina here, he open attacks, and if he has fervor, I lose the game. No, not exactly, but it's just safer. Because I do have roar to clear these anyways. I swing, he doesn't block, he open attacks, I kill one, he fervors, I'm forced to deny, like he has second fervor. Like that's disaster, right? Like let's say he has exactly double fervor. I lose with the Tempest. So I have to save this to block so I don't have to pre-commit. Or at least like, force him to develop and then I roar, right? So I can't actually attack with Katarina here. And I don't think I need to in terms of like trying to win the game. Ooh, interesting. I don't think he blocks in under any circumstance. Unless he just has the fervor and wants to just YOLO it here. Which could be okay. I only have one deny in hand. Yep. And now, like, say his last card's a unit, I can kill it. Now, like, his oak attack doesn't do anything, right? So he's either forced to develop here, which I can punish. Yep. And now I beat everything, right? Because I have the deny now. And I still have a secondary stun if he drops a Jhin with the witness, which is a good draw. And like, there's no way for him to stop this attack next turn anyways, so I didn't really need the Katarina to like be able to replay here. I do lose to double decimate. Like, if he has decimate here and he top decks decimate, I do lose. So I need to figure out a way to beat that. Which, if this exact line happened, would replaying Katarina have won? No. I'd still be in the same boat. Sort of. You still win? How? Open attack beats double decimate? How? 9. Oh, math. 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 Oh no. My greatest enemy. Alright, GG's. Oh, okay. The twin top deck. The twin top deck would have saved me if my math was just terrible. NA math, yeah. All right, just let the flame out. Just drop the flame. I can handle it. Your opponent's not fantastic or know what they're doing with like the champion strength deck. Also, like a chance to like sneak through that. The only like aggro deck that I think is super scary is. Actually, I'm not even sure what that would be. Maybe like Red Gwen's kind of flippy. And not even technically an aggro deck, but I guess discard, right? It'd be discard or probably the worst. Annie Jhin probably the second worst. Champion strength third worst, and then whatever nonsense. I'll keep it twin. Fix yourself. I need you to fix yourself, homie. And by homie, I mean my hand. Oh my god. Mr. Slag Muffin sucks. I'm sorry, homie. This wasn't your day. No Akshan. Sheesh. Wouldn't want to be this guy. Bro. Okay. Wait, how did... What? Wait, what? What? Wait. How did that work? How does that work? He played this and missed, but then the next turn he played and hit 3? Is that doesn't say, it doesn't shuffle your deck. What? What? How do you see 3 things this time? It doesn't say that it shuffles your deck. It doesn't say that place the rest. But he didn't hit anything to place into his deck. He whiffed. What? Alright, that's confusing. I don't understand how that worked. That's so bizarre to me. I don't understand. When cards lie in the text. I don't know. It's just there's some things in the game that there's some aspects of the game where they kind of assume, or like they let you assume how it works, right? Or you see it once and then you just think that's how the card works, and that's like fair, right? And I think there's certain cards that are okay with that. That one's a little bit weird. You just have to like see it once and then just. Not like that was a huge deal or anything like else. Like I don't really care that he hit 3 there and he didn't hit like any of the, I simply just don't care enough. But it's just interesting. I would love to twin into this, but it's just there's no way. There's no way. Absolutely not. Blowout by Momentous, by Shaped. No. Leaf's only purpose to fall. Not attacking the Yasuo because of Shapestone reasons. Oh, I should. Well, if I attack now, I let him get the weapon to get a Thrall to get another tick. If I was attacking, maybe I should have full attacked, but I was scared of Quicksand and I don't want my Yasuo to die here. It's interesting though. I can see a reason to not attack, just pass there because he's floating so much mana. That way, you know, now he doesn't get equipped, get another tick on his landmark. I think the right play was probably just to pass first and then kind of see where it goes. Because I was always going to hold up 4 mana this turn and maybe just would have committed something first. But as long as he's not like trying to like strike my Yasuo twice here, I'm not really in that much danger. I do have a stun. I have triple deny, which really isn't all that good, unfortunately, but we're doing okay. We have a good hand. We have our engine set up, and if we level as Katarina, we're just pressuring. He has Varus, this gets denied, and he has no more strike spells for the turn. So we're in a good spot. For now. There it is, what's up? Happy evening. It's a little ways away off of Yasuo, but realistically he wants to develop Varus and then we can Sentry Punish. And then we have like Tempest plus Twin. There's no way he doesn't develop, right? I don't think he wouldn't not develop Varus. Maybe he doesn't, we'll see. Especially if his Varus is leveled, which it is. So he's likely to develop Varus. His open attack really isn't all that great, unless he has like exactly Absolver plus. He needs like Absolver plus X here. I could also just take a left. Let's not do that. let's be a little bit Tyler first album song. Good question, homie. What do you want it to be, man? Can I twin this? If I twin this, I mean, I can't save this from the auction. So a twin doesn't get much more value in this situation when auction's on board. Writing that copium. No, that's too unserious. Air Jam Yasuo's Acolyte meta. We're like 1 and 2 into Acolytes, which isn't like good or bad, but it's not an always lose matchup, but it is rough. I will say it is not a great matchup. Where that COVID's a real song. It's less about whether or not it's a real song or not. It's more about It doesn't sound serious enough for the vibe that I was going for. I might want to proc flow here just so I can get a 2-mana stun next turn. Is he gonna draw or is he gonna give Spell Shield? He likely will give Spell Shield because he has Varus in hand. Makes things a lot trickier as well. Oh, he draws. Interesting. Curious as to why he drew. Maybe he wants to like find a strike spell for Yasuo. I'll have to pass, just keep an eye up, unfortunately. Why not see how Tempest is auction? I don't want to give him reactivity. It is a Yasuo as well. Like he could have Steel Temp, or like he could have like Spell Shields. I don't want to lose Yasuo maybe if I like he has like Strike Spell. He taps under Strike Spell, which lets me develop, which is fantastic. And by develop, I'll probably actually play. What am I doing here? I might just go Katarina Ping. Like I want to get Katarina down. Hacking into like Frostbite's gonna be really tricky. Like maybe I want Katarina for a Spell Shield turn, but I do need a flow this turn. And I do need to set up Katarina at the very least. This is always 2 mana, so I should just Katarina. Then I have to ping, because I want to proc flow. 2 out of 5. Brawl now, flow next turn, play Katarina. I guess I can play Katarina next turn. There's no reason to play it this turn or need to play it and use the Blades Edge when I don't need to. Oh, wait, he can still... Oh, shit. His strikes cost 3 mana. Like, he could have a auction spell here. But I don't know if I can float 5 to his 2. Luckily, he doesn't have it. Okay, if I can level Yasuo and then, like, kill Varus with the stun, that would be very nice. What am I looking to do here? I can go Katarina stun Varus, then he has no blockers for, like, an Unforgiving Cold. That's also acceptable. Like, if I just deny him Unforgiving Cold targets, also here, it doesn't freeze Katarina, which is huge as well. Like, even if he Unforgiving Colds me here, it just doesn't freeze my Katarina. And that's, like, fine as well. Because what I just need the Katarina level to proc Hillock rather than, like, trying to kill him. Even though they kind of are in tandem and go hand in hand. And then if I get a recall here, I can double stun and kill his board. So all I need is the Katarina level here. And then I can try to pop off. I could still also temp with this just to force out Unforgiving Cold. I'm not super invested in this just because Unforgiving Cold's always a threat. I'd rather get it out on his defensive turns more than anything else. Because if you use Unforgiving Cold on like my attack turn, or his attack turns, freezes Yasuo means my stun deals 0 damage, and that's no bueno as well. So if I see the Unforgiving Cold now, A, it doesn't freeze Katarina, so I'm not super concerned, and B, my Yasuo's not leveled and I might not utilize him quite yet. Alright, well, it's a good thing we have 3 denies, huh? Double Palm, Steel Tempest, and a deny. There really shouldn't be any concern of dying next turn. Alright, homie. Triple deny. How can Varus auction play Unforgiving Cold? It's a cultist card. And Varus is a cultist thing. He does have 2 4/3s. That's kind of spooky. I do lose to a second deny. Like, we're not in super safe territory quite yet. There was a call to just like not even save Yasuo and just save deny to like protect myself, but I guess no, I should have let Yasuo die. I shouldn't have denied because I don't need Yasuo anymore to kill him because I can stun lock his board, right? I ultimately think I should have let Yasuo die. I think it was wrong to save him here, but at the same time, he can value trade into one of these guys, so it's not like the end of the world either. If I double stun, I can't double stun again. So I have to just give up one of these guys. Ancient Dagger the 3-1. Well, I had no mana. Because the Blade Edge is still 1 on level 1 Katarina. Yep. And that's why we saved up our stuns. Or I mean our stuff. Oh, we did lose the Deny here, unfortunately. Instead of Deny. Ancient Dagger the 3-1. It wasn't the 3-1 that was striking. It was from the auction. So I'm not sure what that would have accomplished.
Maybe I do have a future.
And now Yasuo starts the farm, right? And even if Yasuo dies here, well, we should be able to stun lock his board out and just pressure him on attacks. So even if Yasuo dies here, I do think I shouldn't have saved the Yasuo. I think saving the no, because Yasuo gives me access to steal Tempest. Red negation's killing 3-1. Was it? Oh, interesting. Was it actually? I wasn't paying enough attention. Is he down? It wouldn't have leveled my Katarina, which is potentially bad. I didn't see it. I just assumed he just sacked mana gems like a normal person would. But I don't know. Like maybe he probably did that because he had like maybe he has like momentous, right? That's the play that I would assume if he did that line. But I just didn't actually pay attention. I didn't actually see that. Sure. And he's just cycling through here. Alright, now we just start clearing his board and we'll call it a wrap, huh? I really was curious as to why he didn't just like give his champion spell shield on the first one. He had so many blood letters, he just like plays Alani's. And then with the spell shield, it's really tough for Ionin to deal with spell shields. So that was like kind of an interesting choice from his side. I think if I were him, I would have went with the spell shields, but that does obviously matter on what his hand state was. Like maybe he wanted to like fish for strike spells, which he did find, so credit there. But overall, like interesting choices. All right, shove in. If he has quicksand, I don't care because I have Katarina. I can play Katarina twice this turn. He can only play Zilani once. This is the extent of his hand. He has one extra card here, which is likely momentous choice given if he did Rite of Negation the 3-1. Okay, it's not because he would have saved this here. So I don't know what this last card is. If he had momentous, I would have assumed he would have used it there. But I don't know. Like now he's just going to Zilani, right, as a blocker. I mean, I guess he passes first and then he plays Zilani. Because that way he plays around the Katarina stun. I don't mind killing a Thrall anyway. It's a strike spell? What is this card? Yep, you should have passed first. Because I obviously want to rally and then it's going to stun the Zilani anyways. So you should pass first to do that after the fact. I guess it doesn't matter. I just like pass, then he does that next turn, and then he's even down on more mana. There's no winning for this guy from this spot. Heedless? Maybe. Okay. Yeah, you're dunzos, homie. I would like to stun your last blocker, please. And then I would like to palm your unit that can't block as well. Alright, that's gonna be it for the games. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the channel. If you made it all the way to the end, I really do appreciate it. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out, guys, and have a good one.